Hi there and welcome. It's Kathy here, and this video is to show you how to use tennis balls to release tight spots in your lower back and your upper back. So the tennis balls have a little give to them, and that's why I use them, because you will be putting your body weight on the balls and it can be pretty intense. You can also do these same types of things against a wall if you put the ball in a sock and then hold on, and there's a little less pressure if your body weight isn't on the ball. But if you can stand it, the ones lying on your back really are very powerful and have a great deal of benefit. So let's get started. I'm going to show you, we're just going to use one ball at a time for the first one in the lower back, and I'm going to show you exactly where the ball is going to go, and then we'll do it together. So take a look. Here in the first one, we're going to put the ball in the lower back, just to the side of the spine, either side of the spine. And it goes just above the crest of the pelvis, kind of about your waist, the waistline of your pants usually. And you're going to move the hips so that the ball rolls back and forth like that. Okay, and then the second spot is the top of the buttocks here. So just where the gluteus muscle starts here in the flesh of the buttocks. So you're going to start this one right to the side of your tailbone, and then move it around all the way to the outer hip here and back. Okay, so that's where that second one is going to be. And then the third one is going to go kind of right in the middle of that butt cheek. And I'll show you what to do once we get there as well. So let's give it a try. Come on down to your mat or wherever you're at. You can do this on the couch, or sorry, on the floor as well. And we'll take the ball first into the lower back, put it on just inside the spine, so not right on the spine, but on either side, on that lower back area that I showed you. And then on this one, you just have to move your hips, sway the hips back and forth like a hula dancer, kind of, that back and forth motion. And if it's really intense, lift your weight up off of the ball a little bit if it's super tender, but do it as sort of firmly as you can. Stand. Okay, and then we'll move the ball now down to the top of the buttocks, just to the side of the tailbone, and put your weight on it there. And this one you're going to roll almost like you're rolling to the side, so the ball goes to the outer hip, and then roll it back. And you can kind of adjust the ball if it's gone out of that range. Oh, it's intense. And to the outer hip and back. And do it one more time. Just all along that whole top of the buttocks area to the outer hip. Okay. And then finally take the ball. Again, this one's going to be the middle of that butt cheek there. And this time you're just going to take the leg down to the side, the knee down to the side, and back up. This one gets into that piriformis muscle that can be really tight and cause lots of discomfort and problems there. So the knees going down to the side and back up. And you'll really feel this if you get it in the right spot. My goodness. Okay, and then come on back up. And just notice for a second from side to side the difference. Okay, and then we'll go to this other side. Put the ball underneath your lower back, so underneath, just at the top of the pelvis to one side of the spine. First one, remember, we're just going to sway the hips back and forth. and the ball will roll a couple of inches to either side there. That one's not too bad. And then take the ball now to the top of the buttocks flesh. Remember, right to one side of the tailbone. So right where the top of the buttocks is there. And put the ball there, and this time you're going to roll right to the side till that ball comes to the outer hip, and then roll it back. And we'll do that 2 more times. If you have to readjust the ball, do so. Sometimes it doesn't roll back to exactly the same spot. Go right to the outer hip as much as you can. And back. And then take the ball now to the middle of the buttocks cheek there. And this time you're just going to take the knee down to one side, out to the side. And again, you'll feel that quite a lot. And back up. You can even sort of micro adjust the ball and get a new spot. Do it again. Keep breathing, nice deep breaths. Good. Do it one more time. Down to the side. And you can, do this 3 or 4 times if you like. We're just doing it briefly now, but it's still pretty effective. And so that's it for the pelvis. You'll feel a difference there. So let's come on up, and I'll show you the upper back. This time we're going to take 2 balls, and they're going to roll either side of your spine up and down your back. And then eventually we'll get the balls in 2 spots here in between the shoulder blades. So right at the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. So here where they wing out a little bit, that's one area. And then the other area is just above the shoulder blades. So kind of higher up here in the upper back here. So take the balls and put them side by side on your mat, because you're going to roll on them, and you might have to adjust yourself a little bit. Oh yeah. So now you can roll, you can just scooch yourself down and roll the balls all the way up, and then try not to get your shirt caught on the balls as you roll them back up or back down. Okay, and then try to get them evenly and go right between your shoulder blades. Okay, so they're they're not on the shoulder blades, but they're in between, fairly close together. And then I'm going to take my arms into cowboy surrender position here, cactus position, and do this. Okay, so taking the hands down, taking the hands up. So you're moving the forearms down to the floor in one direction and then the other direction. And now you're going to come a little bit higher with those balls, and again try to make them even from side to side. One that's a little lower than the other. And you can just move back and forth. So this is just above the shoulder blade area. And this can be, if these trigger points, they're called, if they're really knotted up there, they can refer pain into the side of the arm and into the shoulder in different ways. So this is a really good spot to try and get a release in here. Feels kind of good too. Okay. So there you have it. Wow. Some release for your upper back and your pelvis. Hope you enjoyed that. Pair it with another one of my yoga videos. See you again. Namaste.